Coming to you. Check 43.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Let's get off the field. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Who that? 49 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Back. 22 needle.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on, boy. You better be right, Green Jack. I'm scared of it.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's to the former Texan. It's Will Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And some room to roam now. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Watch the edge.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Alert 3. Check 13.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got him in. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. 10. A huge play there for Houston. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Tua. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Tua now on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for Miami.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he goes out right around the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw on second and 10. Watson. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Tua going to throw. He's got Fuller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Tua. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 8. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
26 Mike. Hey, let's get in them holes. 26 Mike. Silver.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Let's see what you got. Check. 26 Mike. Double. 26 Mike.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 30 on second down, Watson being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play that time on 4th and 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Felton, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wolf. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back to throw. Watson. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game. and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. And I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
26 Mike. Here we go. 26 Mike. Stop your whining.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
176 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. just won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Fournette, a first down carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second down, back to Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't it?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Watson to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
26, Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. 38. Old blue. Don't let him flare. Don't let him flare. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Dolphins, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.